Here at 5 o'clock, a landmark church. You're looking at it right here in Louisville's Medical District downtown, right along Broadway. This is St. Paul's German Evangelical Church, and it could face demolition now after a major fire. Metro Department of Codes and Regulations discovered this week that the collapsed roof and the framing of the old church are unsafe after the big blaze last October. WHS 11's Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Addie Hill are hearing from preservationists today, saying the structure should be saved, asking at the very least to preserve the old facade.
A group of Smoketown neighbors and historical preservationists want St. Paul's Church saved after an emergency demolition notice was posted by Louisville Metro's Codes and Regulations Department this week. Sadie Iavinko wants emergency stabilization instead.
This building is protected by the Louisville Metro Commission. It's a landmark with a capital L. And so that means that there has to be a proper review and assessment of this building before we just tear it down.
But David Tandy, the lawyer representing the owners, says they're moving forward with the emergency demolition order and have already started the permitting process and getting their own contractor to complete the job. First in 2021, then last October in 2024, a fire gutted the church. A Codes and Regulations inspector deemed it unsafe for a collapsing roof and framing. Jody Dahmer would prefer the building be reused.
By destroying this church just because the owners haven't done any repair work, you would never see this in other neighborhoods.
Since 2020, when the Kentucky Medical Center LLC took ownership of the property, Codes and Regulations inspectors have made 35 property maintenance visits and have issued thousands of dollars in fines over the deterioration of the building. 2020 documents show the building is planned for a multi-use hotel and restaurant with an original estimate of $80 million for the project. Martina Kunicki, president of Neighborhood Planning and Preservation, believes the neglect of this building was intentional.
And this building and so many buildings that we've tried to say were built to last and not to be thrown away and wasted.
The lawyer, Tandy, said the owners have addressed the safety concerns presented by Codes and Regulations. He explained the multiple delays to the project as the result of a volatile environment, from supply chain issues during COVID to recent tariffs on building materials. In Louisville, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS 11, on your side.
Well, the Metro Planning Commission says the emergency demolition status takes priority over the landmark designation. Legal action would be required in order to prevent the demolition from happening.